We need to be a party of community leaders, devoted to community service. That's why I'm calling for open nominations for all Liberal candidates in every single riding in the next election.
Every single riding, right. That was federal Liberal leader Justin Trudeau actually promising open nominations for all Liberal candidates in the next election. It's a pledge he's repeated numerous times, but it's a promise he's not keeping. Well, Trudeau's being sued by former candidate or would-be candidate Christine Innes, who was barred from running in a downtown Toronto riding. And then last week, the Liberal Party quietly announced that 10 ridings were going to be acclaimed across Ontario. No nominations. No say for local Liberals. Ray Hurd joins us now from Toronto. And Ray, the big name out of this is someone who's very well known in Toronto circles, in the center of the universe that you live in, Adam Vaughan. Yes. He is, left of Mao in terms of his politics. He's absolutely a communist as far as I'm concerned, but he's going to run for the Liberals.
Well, I am surprised. When I was told he was running, I thought, obviously, the NDP. Now, Brian, he's running in Olivia Chow's riding. And he's running against a pretty nice guy who's been on Sun News quite a lot.
Yeah, Joe Cressy. Yeah.
So here's the problem. The problem is a problem for Olivia Chow. Adam Vaughan, who's against everything, the island airport that flies you cheaply to Winnipeg and a place like Ottawa, and will get you to Vancouver if they allow Toronto to extend the island airport. Vaughan's against everything. He's a negative person. He's not a very nice person. He's a hardball player. So Olivia Chow now wants to be mayor of Toronto, and she's leading in the polls. She's popular. She's done a lot of homework in the ridings. So she now faces a major decision. Do I publicly endorse the official NDP candidate, Joe Cressy, against Justin Trudeau's more left-wing candidate, Adam Vaughan?
Yeah, now, Joe Cressy, let's just get this out in the open. Joe Cressy is by no means a centrist New Democrat, but Adam Vaughan's absolutely to the left of him. I mean, this... Yeah. Ray, I know you're a proud Liberal, but what does this say to your party when your tent is so big it has no walls?
Very simple. Justin Trudeau lied in the clip you just showed us when he said it would be an open democratic process. He's parachuting his own people in everywhere almost, so he's a liar, and he made a free attack ad for the NDP and the Conservatives when he switched his mind, and he did the biggest somersault.
He will still tell you he's all about open nominations.
Well, he isn't. He flip-flopped.
And most of the media won't call him on it.
He flip-flopped, and so Chow faces this decision because this is a gunfight at OK Corral. This by-election, and if I were Harper, I would wait to hold it for as long as I could to embarrass both of the opposition parties close to the next election. That's Harper's decision. That's what I would do. But here's the other thing about this. This is not the first time that Justin has parachuted one of his ultra crazy cronies in. When he ran for leader, I supported Joyce Murray, a self-made millionaire from Vancouver. Yeah. And guess what? When I tried to vote for Joyce Murray, I was retroactively banned from voting for her. So this is what happens with Justin. He did that to protect Chrystia Freeland, whom I call the Member of Parliament from the Ukraine. She spends more time worrying about the Ukraine than she worries about her riding.
The Member of Parliament for Wall Street, Manhattan South. Let's be nice.
Well,
that's really
and
what
she writes
she's all
for the New York Times and probably gets paid. And Justin sent Chrystia Freeland.
She writes for the New York Times and gives interviews to the New York Times. She won't talk to Canadian media half the time, but she's got time for that. But okay,
too snooty to do that.
Ray, let me ask you about this. Justin Trudeau, you won't be called on this by the other media. Your party has such a big tent that it has no walls. You can be you can be anything but a Stephen Harper-type conservative, at which point Justin Trudeau has announced he'd rather leave Canada in a separate Quebec. Is this man going to face any vetting, any criticism ahead of the next election?
Yes, he will, because this row over Christine Innes, who was demonized by Justin Trudeau, and blacklisted by Justin Trudeau without due cause. There was no investigation to check the charges, not against her, against her husband. So here's a woman being punished for what her husband is alleged to have said. So this is Justin's problem. It's catching up with him. It's almost like kindergarten kids shouting, liar, liar, your pants are on fire. Justin's pants are on fire now to the degree where Warren Kinsella, who's a Sun News contributor, and a Chrétien loyalist, a Chrétien pit bull, if you like, he is concerned about the way it's going. Zach Payton, a very smart, young candidate, has refused to run because of the way Justin Trudeau demonized and blacklisted Christine Innes. So what we're seeing, Brian, is the first open split in my party, and I will admit I've been a critic of Justin from day one because I don't think he has the intelligence to be Prime Minister of Canada. He's inherited his mother's brain and his mother's looks. So Justin Trudeau, for the first time, has opened a rift in the party, and all my life in the party, or most of it, the party's been split into factions. There was my faction, the John Turner faction. Chrétien stabbed him in the back for 8 years, and then when Chrétien got in, the Paul Martin thugs stabbed Chrétien in the back, and now we're seeing this repeat.
I'm just hoping there's lots of repeating, because Justin as PM scares me. Right, we got to leave it there. We're over time.
Last word, if he's PM, I'm going to Zimbabwe.